He starts by combining butter and sugar in a large bowl and beating that with an electric mixer until it's nice and fluffy. To that, he adds melted chocolate and beats it again to combine it. It's kind of chunky, so I gave it a few stirs. To that, add salt, vanilla extract, cocoa powder, and flour, and mix that all up until smooth. Add some eggs, mix it again until it gets nice and fudgy. Add some milk if it needs to be thinned out a little bit, and then you're gonna add a shit ton of dried cherries. This is seriously a lot of dried cherries. Pour that into a lined baking tin, smooth it out so it bakes nice and even, and pop it in the oven. Once baked, put some edible glitter, pop rocks, and sprinkles on top because, you know, regular brownies aren't enough.
This is like a child's imagination of space. It looks like a kid's brownie.
Oh God, crunch.
Oh my God, is that Pop Rocks?
There's something else in here.
This is cherry instead of chocolate? That's good. Cherries and brownies are 100% yes.
Just leave the cherries on the side. Otherwise, pretty freaking delicious.
Gordon Ramsay's internet famous eggs cooks them in a pot, and he stirs them with chunks of butter, and he puts them on a low burner for 30 seconds. He takes them off. He stirs them for 20 more seconds, then puts them on for 30 seconds, puts them on again for the last 20 seconds, and throws some creme fraiche in to cool them down really quickly, and that's it.
Ooh, these look different.
These are thick.
Oh, that's all butter.
It tastes like there's cheese in it, kind of, but I know there's not.
This is what I would eat when I'm like, I've been good all week and like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna splurge on breakfast.
He does this fancy technique called lollipopping, which he takes drumettes and he kind of pushes the meat up towards the top, so you get this nice clean bone that you can pick up when you're eating and your fingers don't get all messy. So do that to all of them, set them aside, and in a pan, combine honey, olive oil, harissa paste, which is a type of hot chili paste, and both lime zest and juice. And cook that up until it gets nice and thick. Then, with those lollipop drumettes, season them up with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Toss them together and scatter them on a parchment-lined sheet tray. Pop those in the oven, and while those are cooking, you're gonna make your own dipping sauce. Combine yogurt, cilantro, lime zest, garlic, lime juice, and a bit of salt, and mix that all together. Set that aside and bring back your cooked wings. Take the prepared sauce and brush them all over the wings, flipping them once so you can brush them on all sides. Pop them back into the oven, and this is just so they get nice and sticky and the sauce has time to thicken up. Plate those up and garnish with toasted sesame seeds and sliced scallions and serve them with the prepared dipping sauce. And there you have it, Gordon Ramsay's fancy chicken wings.
Ooh.
All right. I like the sesame seed detail. That's kind of cool. Into that.
The skin is not super oily.
There didn't need to be sesame on that. That's just pretentious or something.
It's sweet, and then this is like a little bit savory.
I really like the dip. It's like light and zesty. Like
The sour cream and onion dip's great.
it's really delicious. The wing is juicy, which is nice.
The sesame seeds, definitely like that.
And it's a really pretty presentation. Normally, I have never eaten a wing with seeds on it before, but it's good. I like it.
Gordon gets all fancy and separates his egg whites from the yolks and whips them until foamy. This is just to incorporate air into the pancakes to make them nice and fluffy. And he must be cooking for a crowd because he used an entire liter of milk, 8 teaspoons of baking powder, and 640 grams of flour, which, if you're not familiar, is a shit ton of flour. After that, he mixes all the remaining ingredients together in a separate bowl. He folds the whites back into that mixture, and that batter is good to go. He cooks them in a buttered skillet until brown, but no lamb sauce this time.
I feel like these celebrities have their coloration of pancakes down pat.
A little thinner than I'm used to.
They missed a few ingredients.
I love it. It's like Sunday morning.
He takes a bit of a different approach with his crust and combines softened, not cold butter with sugar and adds egg and blitz that until creamy. You're gonna add flour, blitz it one more time, and if it's looking dry, you can add a few tablespoons of water. With this dough, just like the others, you're gonna smush it together, divide it in half, wrap it up, and stick it in the fridge to chill. While that's chilling, combine some sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg in a small bowl, toss that together, and pour it right on top of some diced apples, not sliced this time. You wanna coat them, because we're gonna be cooking them. Melt some butter, and add half of that mixture to it. You wanna cook these until they're really nice and caramelized on the outside. Toss hot sauce, Put those in a bowl and do the same exact thing with the remaining apples. Once those are cooked, you're gonna pour them right into a pie pan with half of your dough. Put down the rest of the crust right on top, crimp it closed, and sprinkle with sugar. Bake, and there you have it, Gordon Ramsay's pie.
I kind of like it, but it doesn't taste like apple pie. The crust tastes like a shortbread cookie.
I really like this pie. There's like the right amount of sweetness, the right amount of acidity.
This is definitely one of the best crusts I've ever had.
That is crunchy crust. That's all I've been asking for all day.
Gordon Ramsay starts off by soaking chicken in buttermilk. To that, he adds shallots, garlic, and onion. The video looks like he might have put some herbs in it, but he didn't call for it, so I didn't use them. I wrapped this up, I stuck it in the fridge overnight. The next day, he seasons flour with salt, cayenne, and pepper, mixes that together. Gordon Ramsay double dredges his chicken. This means he first puts it in the flour, then back into the buttermilk, then back into the flour one more time, so it gives it kind of an extra thick, crispier coating. He does this with all the chicken, and then he transfers it to a preheated fryer. He takes each piece of chicken, dips it into a 325-degree fryer, and fries it until it's nice and crispy and golden. When he takes them out, he sprinkles the top with a little bit of salt, and he says if it's not fully cooked, you can transfer them to the oven for a few more minutes just until they're done cooking. And there you go, Gordon Ramsay's fried chicken.
All right.
This one's real crispy.
Is that all breaded?
I'm gonna just take a bite. Let's see what the flavor's looking like. In terms of flavor, really not my favorite.
This literally tastes like dry turkey on Thanksgiving Day with no gravy.
I can't really taste too much in the batter, can't really taste too much in the meat.
This one doesn't have any taste.
When it comes to flavors, I like pow. I like a lot of stuff that sticks out at you. Nothing in general really sticks out at me in terms of this particular piece of chicken.
Now the moment you've all been waiting for, Gordon Ramsay's hot dog recipe. He's gonna start off by cutting up some onions and sauteing it in a pan with garlic. Once that's all nicely cooked out, he's gonna throw in some cumin seed and chili pepper. Once that's all nicely toasted, he's gonna throw in some ground beef and he's gonna cook that out. We're gonna season it with some Worcestershire sauce, don't at me. He's gonna add some tomato paste. We're gonna cook it out so that you get rid of the iron taste. He's gonna season it with salt, pepper, dried oregano, sugar, and lastly, throw in some crushed tomatoes. We're gonna cook it out slowly. Once that's all done cooking, bung in a bun, and top that off with the chili. And there it is, folks, Gordon Ramsay's chili dog.
This one looks like a taco, hot dog, like Sloppy Joe kind of thing.
This one right here is heavy. Flavors are there, seasoned very well. Something I would order, something you find at a carnival or maybe at a ballpark.
It's really just average, there's nothing special about this.
If I was given this, I would eat it. But would I buy it? No.